My friends, hello. As we're growing as individuals, it can occasionally be a challenging experience. It can feel a little uncomfortable. It can feel a little bit emotionally painful, maybe, or just kind of weird. You've gone through this before, as you've gone through some, large moment in your life that was transformative. That experience was often not a pleasant experience, but afterwards you can respect and appreciate that it made you a better person. This is one of the things that I've had the opportunity to do with thousands of people, is to help them through those moments so that they can be the leader that they need and want to be. It's really been an honor to have that opportunity. And as I've had that opportunity many, many times, I've learned some ways to do it really effectively. One of them is breaking a person's pattern. And it's interesting because I had a gentleman who I was coaching one time. I was at a Fortune 400 company. I was a contract, kind of an in residence trainer for this company. They were very prim and proper and conservative and straight laced. And if I said, like, what the hell, like, that was like dropping the F bomb to them. They were pretty conservative. And so I'm working with this guy one time, and he's going through one of these growth moments that was uncomfortable for him, and he was really trying to push back against it. And I was working with him in a group, so I dedicated a fair amount of time to him. I should say an unfair amount of time to him. I gave him really a lot more than I should have, because there were other people who also deserved time from me. And as I'm giving him this time, I finally got to a point with him where it was clear that the only way to move him forward was one-on-one. I couldn't do it in a group. And so he also acknowledged, and I saw the moment that he kind of relented when I released him from the exercise. And he was almost disappointed that I let him go. Like, come on, keep pushing me. I could see it in his eyes. So he comes up to me afterwards to apologize. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, da 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 da. And I looked him right in the eyes, and I decided this is how I was going to break his pattern in this very conservative company. I look him right in the eye and I say, what are you doing here? Are you here to dick around? Or do you actually want to grow? Because if you actually want to grow, get your shit together and participate. And if not, get out of my class. Whoa, you should have seen how he responded to that. Complete shock. I broke his pattern. The very next week, he had more growth than anyone else in the whole room had up to that point. He had it all at once, and he had fully immersed himself into it. I share this with you because this works with kids too. I was reminded of this morning. I was up in our room, and I was reading the news and responding to emails and so forth. And my wife brings our youngest son up. His name is Brooks. She brings up Brooks, and he's 2.5 and going through the terrible twos, and he's the youngest of three, so he's feels unheard sometimes, and he's started to adopt this behavior of growling when he doesn't get what he wants. And the growling is something we're trying to get him to stop doing. And so my wife brings him upstairs and lays him in my lap and says, take care of this. And he's pouting and moping because he thinks he's going to get yelled at. And I hold him, and I just hold him for a moment. And then I started whispering in his ear, just kind of being a little playful, and he starts to giggle. And after a couple moments, he's smiling at me. And what we then do, I then started just asking him questions. I'm like, Brooks, are you nice? He said, yes. I said, are you good? Yes. I'll go through this process. I said, do nice people growl? No. So should we growl? No. All right, go apologize to your mommy. And I sent him on his way. And so I share that because that's breaking someone's pattern. We all have tendencies that we follow, patterns that we follow, behaviors that we're in a groove on. And one of the ways that we can break someone out of their focus of being in the zone is by coming at them from a completely different and unexpected angle. You can do this with your colleagues, you can do this with your employees, you can do this with your family and your friends. If someone is behaving in a way that you are not appreciating, come at them from an obscure angle, different behavior than they're expecting you to come at. And you're going to make them go, wait, what's happening right now? And they're going to break out of the pattern that they're in. And then you can actually have a conversation to coach and change their behavior because you have gotten them to pay attention. This is a tool that you can use to help other people so that you can be the leader that you need to be for them in your life.